I see you. Hi guys, welcome back to episode 2 here on Regular Reader. I'm your host, Angle the Angle. Before we start this video here off, I'm gonna ask you guys a quick question. Do you ever feel forgetful? Oh, where's my keys? Oh, where's my wallet? Oh, when's the last time I took a shower? Hey, I'm not judging, but something here stank. Well, what if I told you that there's a book that can help improve your memory? But first, we're gonna be looking at this book, What If by Randall Monroe. Monroe was a roboticist for NASA up until he decided to use that mental prowess on starting a webcomic online. Its name is XKCD. It revolves around science, math, and the like. It's made in a quirky, humorous fashion, though. This book, What If, basically compiled some of his best and new hypothetical questions he was asked on the section of his webcomic. These questions vary from, is it possible to make a jetpack from downward facing firing machine guns? Is it possible to change the color of the moon if every person on Earth pointed a laser gun at it? And also, if every person watching right now were to like and subscribe, how much would my channel grow? I guess only one way to find out, guys. Monroe's comics are drawn with stick figures, and he goes through rigorous research and math to answer each ridiculous question, which kind of gives it a good contrast. It's an entertaining read, and it tackles each concept in a fun and approachable way. It sits at 303 pages, and it's honestly a great way to get people interested in science and math, as well as an excellent add to your book collection, which is why I rated a 9 out of E equals MC squared. Okay, now for this part, I want you guys to relax and close your eyes. Now I want you to think about everything that's around your room. Think about walking to your bathroom, walking to your living room, walking to the kitchen. Okay, now open your eyes. Chances are that you probably remembered your whole layout of your house, as well as any standout features and decorations, right? Well, this mental image of your house is actually called a mindscape. And it was one of the first techniques that Joshua Foer wrote about in his book, Moonwalking with Einstein. Foer is a journalist who got engrossed into a memory championship that he was writing about. So much so that he decided to join the US Memory Championship and take a sort of tutelage from some of the more prominent mental athletes, and also wrote his journey into a book. One of the first techniques that he learned was to associate whatever he was trying to remember into a mindscape that he was familiar with. The more extreme and raunchy you transform the information you're trying to associate, the better. For example, if you want to remember a grocery list of eggs, chicken, milk, bread, and soda, you can first imagine yourself going inside your front door. As you go inside, you look down, you see a chicken laying eggs. Keeps laying eggs, laying eggs, laying eggs. You follow him up to your bedroom. As you go inside your bedroom, you see the same chicken sucking on the teat from a cow. The cow is standing on your bed, but it's not just a normal bed. It's a bed made of bread. In confusion and kind of disgust, you turn back, you go to your bathroom. You turn on the sink to wash your face. But what comes out? A bunch of Coke. Now you're all sticky, and it's a terrible day. In fact, this technique is so good that I basically remembered this whole thing without my script, and it's kind of a miracle. If you were to replay that in your mind, I'm pretty sure it'll come back to you pretty easy, and now you can finally start remembering your grocery use. The book also goes through the science of memory, as well as how some people have become prodigal memory masters, usually through head trauma, as well as those who have horrible memory. Foer's personal journey shows how an average memory can be improved through focused efforts and appropriate techniques. And he also gives pretty potent advice on how to overcome plateaus. He basically states to focus on what you find difficult the most. Practice deliberately, usually by avoiding your autopilot mode and embracing discomfort in your state of struggle. Overall, this book was a solid read of 320 pages and gains my rating of 8 out of 10. I only found the book rather slow in the middle part since it was basically forward just practicing, but I like how Foer is pretty self-aware of it. He embraces how monotonous the memory competitions can be, especially since it's just everyone sitting in their desk looking down at their objective. Both of these authors have TED Talks on YouTube that you guys should check out. Foer's is basically a quick summary of the book. You guys should also check out Monroe's webcomic. Let me know what you guys think about these books in the comments below. Also, make sure you guys like and subscribe. And with that,